Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome back to ETS2, and welcome to the UK, driving on the wrong side of the road. Don't hate me. Anyway, so I wanted to check this out because ProMods 2.52 is now live. You guys probably have downloaded it already. And from what I remember, one of the new roads is the A303 right here where we're driving. So we'll be coming from Exeter and making our way to Portsmouth. Sorry for the pronunciation. And we'll be going through a very interesting drive here. So I won't give spoilers, but you probably know what to expect already. But let's keep our eyes peeled, okay? Let's see. Hopefully we get enough signs so we don't get lost along the way. Anyway, let's get started. Sounds are from RJ Productions, TSRM 5.0. I think these are originally EVR sounds that he remixed for the DAF XF105. Not too shabby. Guys, don't hate me for this, alright? The interior, as you guys might have seen, it's a bit... the taste is a bit off. It's not my taste, definitely, but I don't know who was responsible for this, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to keep things automatic because I'll have my hands full already, just trying to orient myself in this weird spot here. As you guys might have seen in my videos, I don't really drive in the UK a lot, and when I do, I try to keep it at a left-hand drive truck. So this one is totally feeling alien to me right now, so you'll have to forgive any bumps that we may encounter along the road, okay? That's a bit of a disclaimer right there. And yes, don't blame me for the choice of accessories, please. This is all from the Quick Jobs tune truck from JigSaw. Let's blame JigSaw. With all these very interesting choice of interior accessories, curtains, kiddie toys. Maybe as a kid, right? Why not? Maybe hula hoop there, and what do you call this? The thing on the steering wheel. I absolutely hate that personally, but fine. We can live with it. The sounds are very nice thanks to EVR and thanks to RG Productions. And the roads are very nicely done. Love the detail, love the traffic. The simple things like the road markings, you know, double yellow lines on the sides of the road. I would imagine that's pretty accurate how it is here. I still remember making a video on this. I can't remember which ProMods version introduced this city, but I remember that was one of the famous... that was one of my videos which got a lot of views, actually. Very nice. Because a lot of people are from the UK here who are watching the channel, and a lot of them have been in here in Exeter. I think some of them are actually from here. So that made things a lot more interesting, and I can relate. I can imagine how that feels. Now I think we'll have to move to the left right here. Yes, good. Exeter Airport. Yes, I still remember trying to find that. We'll see. I hope I don't get lost because I think this is the city that was quite interesting in one of the junctions. If I remember that spot. Please let me through. Thank you. A30. Yes. I think that was, yeah, that was the one if I remember correctly. So we'll have to be very careful how we approach that next junction. Yes, I still remember this spot. Very nice. Glad I started here. And yes, I wanted to explore ProMods as much as I can now because it looks like Iberia is around the corner, right? What did SCS say? I think they're expecting to have, if everything goes well, the Iberia DLC might be released imminently. Maybe this week or next week. Not sure what they are planning, but looks like it's coming soon. And when that happens, ProMods will not be available for some time. And even if it was, I guess we will be focused on exploring Iberia DLC areas. Yeah, this is the interesting junction, guys. If you haven't seen here yet, go and search in YouTube Clumsy Exeter. And yes, you'll see me going through there and getting lost and almost missing my turn. Because that left turn right there actually bends through over on that in front and then goes through that way, across that other side of the road, going through there, the back. There, get it? Did that make sense? Yes, maybe. Who knows? I do remember trying to find the airport here at one point though. I think the airport is somewhere there on the left side past this junction. We'll see if we can spot some planes landing. I thought there was someone crashing into me. Thankfully it was only the mirror. Okay, so A30 first. I remember this part of the road was here before. So maybe A30 was here but the A303 wasn't. And feel free to correct me there. I'm not really that familiar in the UK. Not my neck of the woods. It's a bit of an understatement. So everything feels a bit weird right now, but so far it's not so bad yet. And there you go, I just jinxed it. So you can expect something happening very soon. But I'm actually just looking at the speedometer here of this truck. It looks like this truck is still based on kilometers per hour mainly. If you look at the speed, the outer ring, the white speed, it's in kilometers per hour. And then the inner ring, the orange text, is the miles per hour. Okay, I can live with that. 50, that's 50, that's 60, the other one, okay. That's not too bad, that's not too hard to remember. Alright. But yes, that's why I wanted to explore ProMods as much as possible now. And I'm going to miss this profile again. Season 2 of our ETS2 Let's Play series where we build up our trucking empire from scratch. And right now we are currently still at that scratch level. We don't even have our own truck yet. I'm still hoping to get that soon. But what did we discuss again, guys? Of course, my goldfish memory is striking back. What did we discuss again? What did we agree on? Did we agree not to take any loans? Or are we okay taking loans to buy our first truck? I guess that would all depend on you. Which one would you prefer? If you are okay driving these kinds of trucks with the questionable taste in the accessories, then I'll happily stay here. But if you're okay, if you're much better off with staying with a single truck for the foreseeable future, at least in this series, for example the 4 series, or if the 143, the 3 series comes out, Scania 3 series by, who was the team behind it? I only remember Epeli as one of the members of that team. He's taking care of the paint jobs. So I'm really looking forward to that version of the 3 series, but I'm not sure when it will be released, and I'm not sure if I can hold off buying a new truck and waiting for that one. But yeah, it would make sense to buy an older truck as my first truck here, right? Like a second-hand truck, role-playing it or whatnot, so we can slow down. 50 here. Like so. There you go. Man, that engine sound is no pushover. I like it. The bassy rhythm as it lowers the revs, as it gathers up revs. It's not overly loud either. Just enough to let you know that it's there. Okay, roundabout coming up. Thank you for the heads up sign. Okay, let me try and see how to go through a roundabout here on the other side of the road. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Are we on the A303 yet? Not sure, but I do like the scenery. Skimpy roads with trees all around. There we go, A303. London is 137 miles away. Andover 71 miles. Okay, but we'll be tracking this through all the way until we reach the end of the A303. Then I think we're turning right somewhere. If I can maybe zoom that out a bit. Yeah, that's the A303. I wasn't actually sure when that transition happened, the A30 to the A303. I guess that's technically a different highway, right? It's not just like someone forgot to put a 3 at the end of the A30. Or did they? Maybe it's the A303 with a typo. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's not that severe. Okay, another roundabout. I do like the signage here. As always, amazing work by ProMods. If you are looking for attention to detail, then ProMods definitely has that covered. As accurate as it can be, given the technical limitations of the sim and the technical limitations of the scale, 1:19 scale. I remember some people, most of the people have been enjoying the content. Thank you for that, guys, and most of you have been praising ProMods for their amazing work. Rightfully so. Although I have gotten some complaints about this is not this extreme, okay, but oh, this is nice. You can see actually the shadow that the clouds are making. I don't see that often. Nice new graphics, although not everyone seems to agree. I personally like it though. Default graphics from SCS with 140, I love it. Anyway, going back to the topic, so some people have been complaining about the ProMods content. Not a lot, only a handful. I do remember the comments though, things like, it's not this extreme, but something to the tune of, I can't see my house, why is it? It's not 1:1. But yes, that's exactly it, you know, it's not 1:1, so they can't really put everything in there. So some of the details will be lost, some of the buildings will not be there, but high level, more or less, the road should look like this. And I can imagine it really looks like this based on the videos I'm seeing, people driving in the UK, you know, it sure feels like it. Very lush green sceneries everywhere you look. Looks pretty consistent with what I've seen in Flight Sim from 1,000 feet up, 2,000 feet up. Seeing all those roads winding down, connecting the cities. Yeah, very nice. Very different vibe. And then very different vibe because you're driving on the wrong side of the road. Sorry, I can't let that go. And I've been saying this, I shouldn't even consider this as the wrong side of the road anymore. I've been living in Singapore for the past, 8 years almost, where the roads are like this as well. People drive on the left side of the road. Stonehenge, there we go, that's the one. Did I miss something? I hope I didn't, but let's go outside. Did we actually miss it? Was it that short? Oh, come on, did I? No, it's that one. Okay, can we go and see? How do we see it from there? Because the road is closed. Okay, I hope we can see it from this side. I think it's also should be visible from here. Maybe that's like going really next to it, but we should be able to pass through it a bit at least. Let me see if I can find it. It should be on the left side for sure. I would guess it's this one. There it is. Okay. There it is. Let's go outside and see. There it is, guys. Stonehenge. Now, I have no idea about like historical significance and whatnot, so you'll have to let me know in the comments. but I know it's a very famous landmark. I think all the tourists going to England go and check that out. Nice that ProMods actually put that in. Nice addition. Now this would be where the bush talk radio function would work perfectly. If you guys watch my flight simulator videos, you might have seen that at one point there is a plugin, a freeware plugin someone very smart made, that synchronizes where you are in the simulator and loads that up in the real world where you are. And then basing on your location, so it knows where you are, right, in the world. Like, okay, you're somewhere in southern England, for example. It would see your GPS coordinates and plug that in the map. And in Flight Simulator, it's easy because it's a 1:1 scale. So wherever you are in Flight Simulator, that's where you are exactly in the real world map. Here in this game, with a 1:19 scale, it's a bit different. Sorry, I can stay here. But yeah, so once it knows your location, then what it does is it detects landmarks that are nearby where you are, and you can see that in the map in a separate browser. And then, for example, in that case, we were near Stonehenge. More than likely, there would be like an entry there from Stonehenge, even if that's just like a Wikipedia page or someone put in custom made. But they have like a synthetic voice that sounds very nice, that's not very artificial sounding, one of those neural network synthesized voices. That lady, if you've seen one of the flight sim videos we've had, so she basically talks about the landmark and gives you an audio tour while you're flying. I think that would be perfect here, right? As we pass through the Stonehenge, if there could be something similar, just triggering that audio tour, even if it's from Wikipedia, especially, but it's even so, if it's even better if it's from custom made and whatnot. That would have been such a nice feature. Because for me, for example, as an outsider, totally knowing nothing about this, we're now on the M3, cool. Does feel like a motorway, except for the traffic maybe? You guys have been talking about me about the traffic, the terrible traffic here in the UK and some of the motorways. Well, don't talk to me about traffic until you've driven in Manila. That's not traffic, guys. That's just a little sprinkle of cars on the road. What you're saying is traffic. But no, I can understand your flight. Sometimes it gets really bad, right? Not as bad maybe, but still bad. Anyway, going back, yes, the Bush Talk radio, very nice plugin. I really hope we can have something like that in Truck Sim. I've been theorizing about it for quite some time, but I am not sure how to make that work here. We'll need some smart guys with lots of time on their hands to implement that, if ever it's possible even. I think maybe it's yeah, it could work. It's a bit customized, so it cannot be, the current Bush Talk radio system cannot just be reused. I think it has to be a separate system altogether. One second, let me see. Here on the left, but now moving on the right. Interesting, very interesting. I have to get used to these kinds of junctions because when Iberia comes out, my goodness, spaghetti junctions galore based on what we've seen in ProMods so far. Am I outside the road? Is this the shoulder? I think so, huh? Actually, you know what? I'm not sure which one is the shoulder. It's a very large shoulder. Broad-shouldered and whatnot. Oh my goodness, I love this junction though. Bridges. You know me and bridges. I'm a huge fan. Oh, I miss driving here. Even if I'm not so used to right-hand drive driving, I do appreciate the roads. This area is something I only visit when I have ProMods enabled. I would not go here, not go anywhere near here if I was in the default map, because the default map, as you guys might know, not the best when it comes to the UK. I think they have like a, I don't know how long it's been, 15-year-old map for the UK in there. I just not received any updates since. I would gladly pay for a UK DLC, even if they just remade. Just is a very inaccurate word because I can imagine the amount of effort that will take. Can I squeeze in there? I'm not sure if I should be on that right lane. Well, I'm a truck, so maybe they will let me go. Yeah, they will. That's okay. Can make it work somehow. So how does it work? Okay, these huge roundabouts with traffic lights, something I never get used to, and it's very apparent here in this part of the world. Huh? What do they even call these guys? Roundabout lights. I remember sharing with the community once, sharing with you guys in one of the streams, that podcast I listened to, comparing the effectiveness of traffic lights versus roundabouts. And overall, roundabouts seem to make a lot of sense, more sense. The smaller ones, that is. I think I had to be on that left lane. Oh, that's okay, we'll just be careful about it. But yeah, overall, the study, the analysis they've done, roundabouts are safer, cheaper to maintain, and leads to less fatal accidents. I think more accidents overall, but more on like cars and property damage, but less lives lost, which is the more important thing. So overall, roundabouts are better in every way. So the people in Europe, you guys have it good. People in the US, not very open to that though. It's a psychological thing. It's an open to change kind of thing. But yeah, those only apply. Those studies, that analysis only applies to small roundabouts, not rotaries, which Jack told me about, and looks utterly scary. It's like a roundabout on steroids, roundabout with the crisscrossing merging lanes in the merging points. I don't know, it looks scary. Don't even want to think about it. Gives me goosebumps. But that one we just passed through, I have no idea what you call that, guys. Do you have a name for it? It's like a roundabout and traffic light situation got merged together. It's like whoever made it could not decide on a final decision. You know, cannot decide fully, so they went half-half. A good compromise. Should we go with a traffic light or should we go with a roundabout? Yes. And that's the result, what we just drove through there. Oh, that looks so confusing though. But for those who live here, are you guys really, like, I guess you would have gotten used to that kind of thing already, right? So I guess it's not that bad for you anymore. I guess it's only bad for people who are not familiar with the road system, which I guess can be true anywhere you are. But still, why? Is there a functional purpose to that one? Or is that more of like a result of a bad habit or an inefficient design that everyone just got used to working with? Maybe something like that, huh? Because we are, at our core, creatures of habit. And oftentimes we find that sticking to our habits, regardless, even if they are inefficient and not practical at times, we tend to stick to those if we can. Portsmouth, the left. Okay. So maybe it's a case of habits that have stuck for so long, people are not open to changing them anymore. But then again, maybe there is a practical purpose. So if there is, let me know. I would love to learn about it. You know, yes, I'm still imagining it that way. if we have this game, which is an amazing driving simulator with trucking elements, we can go all in on this. Probably not SCS, not something SCS will do, but something definitely that the community can do. Imagine it this way, guys. We have these third-party, these external apps already, right? These telemetry systems, which can detect where you are, right? And we have these systems, these websites that that already have a map in place. Like take for example, I don't know, the Truckers MP is one, but take for example the vtlog.net, our VTC, our virtual trucking company system that we use here in the community. It's able to detect where you are, and it's able to put you on a map. Alright, so we already have a map on a website which loads the truck's location. If we can expand on that and we can say, okay, at this particular spot is actually the Stonehenge. Yeah, this spot right here is the infamous Spaghetti Junction. This one is the Magic Roundabout. Oh, the Magic Roundabout, I still want to see that here in the sim. Where is that again, guys? You guys have been telling me about that, but of course my goldfish memory is not very dependable when it comes to remembering things for more than 30 minutes long. But yeah, you let me know in the comments. But just imagine that. So the map will be showing where you are. It will know where the landmarks are in an ETS2 scaled system, you know, so it's not real life scale, it's really made for ETS2. And then once those landmarks are plugged in, I'm not sure how they do it, but yeah, similar to the Bush Talk radio, saving in some information about the place, and then having a synthesized neural network voice speaking it out loud, because you probably don't want to be reading while you're driving. It's going to be very hard. But listening is a different matter. I love listening to podcasts while I'm driving. So listening to audio tours, just a few seconds, 30 seconds, a minute at most, just giving you a bit more info about the place you just have been through. Whenever you arrive in a city like this, Portsmouth, what's it known about? What's it known for? Ports, I guess. Yeah, things like that. What's its number one product? Interesting trivia about it. Things like that would be very nice, and would add so much more to the immersion. You know, the feel of traveling somewhere. Now, who can do it? I don't know. Not me. Definitely not me, because that would require a huge time, and that would require a huge amount of skills that I don't have in that department. Would gladly pay for it though, but given the trucking community, payware is not something that is widely accepted. It's not something even SCS supports. They don't support officially payware stuff, so that might be a dream for now. If that will come true eventually, if you know someone who has the skills, who is interested, then let them know about the idea. Plant the seed, and let's see. Maybe eventually we can make it a reality. I'd love to work with them if I could, but I'm not sure how I can contribute. I can maybe test stuff, market stuff. My goodness. Me marketing stuff I would have never imagined. Not really the best marketer out there, being an introvert and everything, but this is where I am. A content creator, part of the media, so to speak. Yes, in all intents and purposes. Alright, here we are. That was a fun drive. 30 minutes, oh, not too bad. Money, money, money. 5,200. Level up, level 5. Nice. What shall we get? I don't want echo driving. Let's take that one. One more long distance thing there. Cool. So we don't have a truck, guys. We have 41k in the bank though. Should I start loaning? Should we maybe purchase a Scania 4 series so we get the beautiful sounds from Z-Mod?
you guys let me know in the comments. Alright, thanks for watching, have a nice day, Clumsy Trucking, and see you soon. Bye-bye.